Now let's move on to second topic, which is entering student data. Student data can be entered either manually or through bulk upload using CSV file. Let me start showing how to create it manually, and then we will move on to Excel or CSV file upload. Click on student information. Click on create student information system. You need to quickly fill up details for all of these fields displayed here. Let me start with roll number. Roll number is an optional field. However, if you have roll number system for students, please do enter. And this is the name of the student. This field is unique, meaning system will not accept the same name for another student. You may disagree here, but I will tell you why. Quickly, let me show you an example. See, this is the data I am going to use. It has similar names in a class like Sanvi and Sanvi. You need to differentiate by entering with their initials or the last name or surname. The reason behind this is when you send individual notification to a student, you need to know to whom exactly you are sending. If you have two identical names, you really don't know to whom the notifications are sent, which is why we want you to differentiate with full name like Sanvi Ajay and Sanvi Amar. Let me go back to the application. Enter the name, which is Sanvi Ajay. Select the class from the drop down. When you select the class, Lotus, all three fields are pre-populated with the data, which is morning batch and program is necessary and section A. And while filling up the date of birth, you need to select from the drop down the year and the month. It's 2012 and the month is June. So 28th June 2012 is the date of birth. You need to select the gender. Student phone and student email are optional field. It is applicable for mid school or high school. Since we are entering data for preschool, we can leave these two fields blank. Enter the father's name. For ease of use, I am going to copy paste the data, which I already have it here. Phone number. Email is important because when you create username and password for parents, it will be sent to this email ID only. Also, all the messages sent to mobile app is marked as CC to this email ID so that parents will not miss out any information from preschool. Similarly, enter the mother's name, mother's phone number. Again, enter the valid email ID. Enter the phone number, emergency contact. Select the academic year from the drop down, which is 16 and 17. Nationality and address. Please enter the complete address separated by commas. And this is the place to upload student profile picture. If you have student photo, you can upload here so that when parents log into the app, they will see their kid's image as profile picture. If you do not have the photo, you can leave it blank. Parents can also upload the photo through the app. And click on create. And the data is created for one student. The photo has been uploaded. Likewise, you can create for each student. The created student record will be displayed here. This is the one we have created. That's it. See, I have created student information system for all three records, which are shown in the demo data. And first two names with first name and last name. And for the last student, I have created with just the first name because it is not identical name. Now let's move on to this topic, which is bulk upload of student data using CSV file. Click on student information, go back to same place, and here download CSV format. Once it is downloaded, open that file I am using Microsoft Office for Mac computer in this demo. If you are using Microsoft Windows, saving it as CSV file is little different. At the end of this session, I will show you the screenshot of Windows also. Now save it onto your desktop. Click Save As. You can rename the file if you want. Saving it on desktop. Ensure it is saving it as .csv file. Click on Save. It will give you some warning message. Click on Continue. Now expand the column to see the title or the column heading. Now I will highlight which one are mandatory field, because if you miss any mandatory field you cannot upload. So it's better to fill all the data. Name is mandatory, date of birth is mandatory, gender, mother's name, father's name, academic year, and the class name. Though the email is optional field, it's better to fill the email details because parents can get regular updates from your preschool in email as well. So let me mark father's email and mother's email. If you already have your student data in Excel, please ensure the data is in this format and in the same order as shown here. And while saving the file, you save it as CSV file. After saving, please ensure the file extension is in .csv. Please don't leave any blank row. You should start filling up the data from the second row itself. Otherwise, system will reject the upload. Though the roll number is optional, but still I prefer to enter data for all the fields because that's when you can use this application to the full extent. Date of birth format is MMDDYY. So if the date of birth is 15 January 2012, you need to enter as mother's name, father's name, father's email ID, enter the full address, nationality, academic year, emergency number, the class name. Remember, we have already created class name in the beginning. Class name in this sheet should contain only those are in the system. For example, it should contain only either of these three. If you have any different class name, first you need to create the class name here and then use it in this sheet. Okay. Now let me click save. It will ask you for some warning message. You click on continue and try to close the file. It will ask, do you want to save? Say yes. And still it will throw some warning message because we are trying to save the file as CSV format, but that's okay. Click on continue. That's it. The file is saved on the desktop. Here you have the file. Click on that. So all the data we have entered is already stored. For demo purpose, I will show you one more file where it has bulk of student data. So this is the file I am going to use for upload. I will close this. Let me go back to the application. Click on student information. See, we have only 3 students. Let me see the number of students once we upload the CSV file. Click on CSV file. Choose file. This is where I have stored the student data. Click on that. Open. And CSV file upload. See, CSV upload successfully. Now we will go back to the student information and see all this has been loaded successfully.